On count one of involuntary manslaughter as to Madison Baldwin, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter. On count two of involuntary manslaughter in regards to Tate Muir, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter. On count three, as to involuntary manslaughter regarding Hannah St. Juliana, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter. And in count four of involuntary manslaughter against Justin Schilling, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter.
Jury found Jennifer Crumbley guilty, as you heard, on all 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. In November of 2021, her son walked into his school, and killed 4 students. Hannah St. Julian, Tate Muir, Madison Baldwin, and Justin Schilling, injured a number of others. Prosecutors argued Jennifer knew her son had serious mental health problems and gave him a gun anyway.
Of course, I look back after this all happened, and I've asked myself if I would have done anything differently, and I wouldn't have. I didn't really believe like everything was happening the way it was. It was surreal.
Family law attorney Deborah Blum joins us now. Deborah, does this set a new precedent?
You know, that's a great question. First of all, this law is specific to the state of Michigan, where the prosecutors decided to move forward for the first time, a historic verdict where parents were charged in connection with the mass shooting carried out by their son. Other states could move forward and be influenced by this, but this case is not binding on states outside of Michigan.
Okay, so we think about that in the larger context, right, of all the things the mother sort of should have done or could have done. Not to say that anybody who buys their kid a gun is then responsible for the gun, but if your kid has mental health problems, that may not be the best of ideas. This is her answering that question on the stand. Take a listen.
And you don't deny that you didn't tell the school officials, Mr. Hopkins and EJAC, about the gun purchase on the 26th?
No, we had stated that we went to the shooting range. I went to the shooting range with my son on Saturday.
You didn't tell them that you had gotten him that Christmas gift?
I didn't think it was relevant, no.
How high of a bar did prosecutors have to meet on this?
Well, I mean, it's clear that Jennifer shot herself in the foot, for lack of a better word, right? She omitted critical information in going to the school, failing to mention the fact that she armed her clearly mentally ill son. So the prosecutors did have a very high bar, and I think it's going to be appealed because there's no specific law on the book that says a parent can be charged for their acts of their child at this level, maybe in family court, but what we also know is that the prosecution, the judge instructed the jury that they had to find that Jennifer Crumbley declined to fulfill her duty as a parent in Michigan and exercise reasonable care protecting other people from being hurt by her child. So she
Deborah,
took the stand.
How much of this was political? It's a unique law in Michigan. You've got a governor in Michigan who wants to be president one day. We know that gun issues in schools is a big issue for Democrats. Does it feel that way to you?
To me, it feels like tragically 4 beautiful teenagers lost their lives. And I think that this specific case, that mom took the stand, and, we could get to that political question, but she really did a terrible job in connecting with the jury. And there were so many extracurricular activities that she was doing with men outside of her marriage, et cetera, that she should have been, the prosecutors made it clear, she should have been focused on the fact that her son was crying for help. And then the school, the morning shooting, asked her to remove her child from the school, and she refused to do it. And then they all agreed that within 48 hours, he'd have to get mental health help. I think that the school could be culpable to some degree as well, because there were instances where the teachers had said that he was acting violently, and they kept allowing him to go to school.
Interesting. Fascinating case. Yeah. All right, Deborah, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.